Sometimes you just want to not be alive, and I guess that's just how it is.
TADBitBetterTV.
I don't want to die, but sometimes it's can I go to sleep, not have to worry about life, then wake up whenever I'm ready? Okay, so I promise I won't get too real. I know I usually do, but the truth about this video is it got pretty dark. So, a few weeks ago, I hit what I would probably consider my rock bottom, which is weird because I really thought I had already hit my rock bottom a few years ago. But I guess it's possible to hit rock bottom a few times? Rock sideways? As I told y'all before, I've been going to therapy since the beginning of this year, and it's been really hard, but it's also been very helpful. But it's also been hard. I've learned a lot about myself, which is obviously helpful, but digging this deep into my own self is really hard because I'm learning things I never knew. And then I'm having to do things about it, like replace my old bad coping mechanisms with healthy things, which sounds pretty easy. At least that's what I would have said. But when you're used to relying on something to hold you up, but you don't even realize you're doing it, it's hard to stop doing it. As y'all know, my go-to was binge eating. But this just in, apparently I've had it completely wrong this whole time. Well, not completely wrong. I already knew I binge eat to try to solve my problems, but what I didn't know was apparently I had my entire personality type completely confused. If you've heard of the Enneagram, then you know what a 2 is, and you would know what a 7 is. I plan on doing a video about this specifically sometime in the future, but for now, I will say ever since I heard about the Enneagram about 1.5 years ago, I thought I was a 2, which is the helper. They subconsciously help people in order to help themselves. But Dave, my therapy man, has always said I was a 7. I figured he just didn't know me enough, but here we are 8 months in, and turns out I am the one that did not know myself. The Enneagram 7 is known as the enthusiast. They're constantly searching for the next big thing. They love the next food, the next trip, the next food, friend, the next movie or TV show, the next food. But they do this because they are afraid if they slow down, they will have to deal with their emotions. Well, I have slowed down enough to deal with my emotions, and let me tell you, I actually love it. It did take a minute to get here, and I am also not naive, and I know it's still going to be hard because, honestly, we live in a cruel world. But I feel like I got past a really difficult time. One night, I was just so down, I was literally on my floor crying, and I was having really annoying, dark thoughts about possible decisions I could take to solve this, and dude, it sucked. I didn't want to do it, but I really couldn't see the truth. I really thought it might be the only option. So anyway, I sat at my piano, and I'd like to say I prayed first, but honestly, I didn't even feel like I had the energy for that. But I just started playing and singing how I felt, and I learned something about myself. I always knew I could write music, but honestly, I never thought I was any good. But now that it's pretty much the only thing I have left to communicate how I feel, I've realized that's how Jesus speaks to me the clearest. So, the question here is, what about life makes you exhausted? And if you had one thing you could do that you think Jesus would speak to you through, are you letting him? Or are you so busy running in circles that you have no idea Jesus is even there? Or you know he is, but you're too tired to see him? It's something to think about.
TADBitBetterTV.
TADBitBetterTV, where you watch some great videos. Click the left side of the screen to see what we made last week. Click the right side of the screen to see some of my faves. I'm sorry that didn't rhyme, but that's okay. Please don't hate. I'll see you next Tuesday. Goodbye. I'll see you later, alligator. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.